Very good to see you, Secretary of State.
Good morning.
We've got a viewer here. We have Sue here, who is a GBNews viewer, and we were talking to her throughout the programme this morning, and she's saying, look, your timing on this is lousy, basically.
Well, hello to Sue and to all your viewers. The timing on this, who wants to see a tax rise when it can be avoided? But I think the reality here is that we all know that the pandemic has had a huge impact on NHS and social care. That impact is going to last for many years. And the NHS and social care needs support to get through it. Part of the way it does it is through new money, but it can't just all be about money. It's also about reform and greater efficiencies, better leadership as well. But the money part is important, especially when you have an NHS that is free at the point of use, paid out of general taxation. This new levy will contribute towards, every penny of it will contribute towards £39 billion of additional funding over the next 3 years. That will give the NHS the biggest catch-up fund in its history to crack through that COVID backlog. And it will mean, for example, the NHS can operate at 130% of normal levels of activity. It can get through some 9 million more scans and tests and procedures over that 3 years. And then also some of that money, over £5 billion, will go towards adult social care, meaning more people will get the means-tested support, millions more people, and everyone will be protected from the catastrophic costs of care.
Yeah, but Health Secretary, nobody is denying that what you're trying to achieve is necessary and admirable. It's just the means by which it's being done. And, you know, you only have to look at how we're making lots of savings. I believe that borrowing is 30 billion less than at the time of the budget in October. We've seen huge inflation, tax receipts. We've got money in the bank, the so-called headroom, which cynically looks as though it's been saved just before election time. That could have paid for all of this, couldn't it?
Well, we've had the pandemic. The pandemic has meant, because of the support the government provided, rightly to families, to individuals, to businesses, it meant an additional £400 billion of borrowing. That's money that's going to have to be paid back over the coming years. And it is not economically. It is not sensible just to continue borrowing and borrowing. We're still running a deficit, so if it wasn't the levy, it would mean more borrowing, and that would mean that the public finance, the economy overall, would be at risk at a time when the economy is creating record jobs. And that is, by the way, I think the best way to help people out of poverty and difficult circumstances is to have an economy that's growing, that's creating jobs with record low unemployment. I mean, of course, the alternative way is if we didn't tax and went for that borrowing, it's also morally wrong as well, because it would mean that we would be asking our children and our grandchildren to pay for our health care and our care costs in old age. I mean, how can that possibly be right?